What's up, nerds? Brandon here. You're James.
Oh, I am?
We've got ultimate Marvel news to talk about. At New York Comic Con, Jonathan Hickman, who just finished the Ultimate Invasion four-part book, which was something I was not expecting from Marvel, but very much enjoyed because it was Jonathan Hickman. They announced that there would be an Ultimate Universe #1 and stuff spinning out of that. Well, this week at New York Comic Con, he announced the next few titles that are going to be part of his new Ultimate Universe vision. Now, the Ultimate Universe is something that Marvel made when they basically wanted younger readers. And they're like, how do we get these readers to invest in a book that has 60 years of history?
Early 2000s gritty
Well, yep.
cringe.
It was at that time that they decided, well, we need a newer universe that people can start off from book one. And like, look, a lot of it was fun. Some of it was definitely 2000s cringe. Some of this does not hold up as well, but it was popular for a time. The thing with the Ultimate Universe is outside of the creation of Miles Morales, the whole thing kind of crashed and burned, and they did away with it. Now, Jonathan Hickman, who has decided to, get this going again, he is a writer that anything he writes, I trust him entirely. He's outstanding. He's done some pretty incredible runs in Marvel. So I'm on board for this. You did not read Ultimate Invasion, did you?
I did not.
So essentially, we get the maker, who is Reed Richards of the original Ultimate Universe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He approaches Miles and is like, I'm going back home. We are from the same place. Are you coming with me?
That's fun.
Yeah. Well, hold on. It gets wilder
Oh.
what he does, because basically the maker goes, and rather than recreating the Ultimate Universe that we remembered, he creates his own world and manipulates it to be the perfect world for him. And the first thing you see is Peter Parker at the science lab, museum, or whatever, and the spider about to land on him, and somebody scoots it up and puts a lid on the jar, and it's the maker. And he's like, that almost got you. So he shows that he is resetting history in this world and to what benefits him. Some things happen in Ultimate Invasion, and it looks like we have a new world with different Avengers. But he announced 3 titles, and I was interested to bring this up to you because of feelings you've had in the past with certain Marvel books and stuff like that. The 3 things that got announced are Ultimate Spider-Man #1 in January, Ultimate Black Panther in February, and Ultimate X-Men in March. Jonathan Hickman is going to be writing Ultimate Spider-Man, and he says, teasing the series, Ultimate Spider-Man is a book I never thought I'd be writing. It's a bit of a Peter B. Parker situation.
I like the sound of that.
I figured you would be.
Any day I get a scuzzy old fart relative old fart Peter is happy days for me.
So as far as the world that we're in, it looks like that Peter is not Spider-Man. So I don't know if that's reintroduced to him. I'm not sure what this holds, but I'm super on board for it. We have Brian Hill and Stefano Caselli doing Ultimate Black Panther. Nothing too crazy on this one, but I'm excited that was one of the characters they chose to go with.
Well, I think it's a great idea because it can really reintroduce a character who was super popular and then kind of tapered off. Like Wakanda Forever was great in my opinion, but I know bits and pieces of the internet didn't much care for it. So it's kind of like a way to bring him back and push him into the mainstream.
Now remember, this is going to be an alternate universe. This is
true.
not going to be Marvel continuity. So
That's true.
But I feel like when the Ultimate Universe was in its heyday, Black Panther was not the most popular character.
Absolutely, he was a little like, he exists.
Yeah. So it's cool that we're getting a more of a main front from him.
Absolutely.
Last but not least, Ultimate X-Men by writer and artist Peach Momoko. If you're unfamiliar with Peach Momoko, they've done a lot of variant covers and a lot of other artwork. It's kind of a softer style. I think it's a pretty cool move to put them in charge of the X-Men, and I'm excited to see what comes of it.
Let's talk about racial discrimination with fun colors.
Well, I mean, I will say Ultimate X-Men, I think, ages the worst of the original Ultimate titles.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to see a new take on this.
Yeah, I think this is a great way to really take what had great potential and delivered in some aspects and really just give it new life and allow it to really breathe in a I would consider this point in time like in all aspects of our societal art like a renaissance. So like comic books, movies, TV, I haven't seen much paintings, writing. It's like people are willing to be more creative with what they're doing, and I think this is a perfect time to bring back what was a fun idea and just give it more space to be whatever the hell it wants.
I mean, I think you absolutely hit the nail on the head with that. The only thing I'm worried about is when you look at concepts like his X-Men Krakoa and stuff
That's
like
true.
that. It worked when it starts, it's great. But as he steps off of it, I'm hoping that they either let him end it the way he wants to end it, or they keep it more intact. Because I think that was the issue with the Ultimate Universe is that is everybody kind of did their own things to it and just handed it off to other people. They were kind of left with like bits and pieces of like, well, that team's dead. That character's this guy. This is you. So it became this like kind of picking up spare parts to put together a story.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this has a little more longevity.
I agree. It's definitely one of those things where it's like you either have a set story and that's it, or you let it live as long as you want to let it live, which, like you said, longevity. 'Cause
Yeah.
some things have to end, but in this case, I think if we are completely reintroducing concepts, like with Peter, if, like you said, he doesn't have his powers, or maybe he gets his powers later in life,
Yeah.
there's a lot of space to run with that for who knows how long. Because let's be honest, the current Spider-Man 616 run is
We're looking for good wholesome Spider-Man. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping this is
and I think it'd be a fun way to really look at like what Peter B. Parker is in his 30s.
so it's interesting that he says that because yeah, like this is an older Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man was teenage high school, so we never saw him get out of that. So could be interesting to take the other direction and have him as an adult.
With Black Panther, there's so much space, and I think with X-Men, that's a really fun way to because X-Men can last forever if you make it. But
100%.